Hey guys, just by the title of this, you know where I'm going, right? Absolutely. When the book 50 Shades of Grey came out a number of years ago, the very first book, I was actually one of the many counselors in this country that was very excited about it because there is a slew of different type of lifestyles, romantic lifestyles that work for some people and don't work for others. And in my field of work, when someone comes to me and says, hey, we want to try something different and we've been together for X amount of time and we think that this could add something to our existence, I always say, sure, if I don't know about it, I'll check it out. In around 1997, I had my first couple in the world of alternative lifestyle come to me, and they wanted to talk about this relationship stuff they heard of domination and submission. And I looked at him and I was dumbfounded. I felt embarrassed. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And so they said, well, maybe we should go to someone else. I said, yeah, if you know someone else that works in this field, definitely do it, because I wasn't really aware, but I'm going to do some research on it. And so I did. I went to the internet. I went and talked to people that were in the lifestyle, counselors that I knew that I had no idea were in the lifestyle, that I started calling them and asking them, do you know anything about this? And I got the most incredible education I could ever imagine in the world of relationships. Most of us feel that there's only one way to have a loving, kind, exciting, compassionate relationship. And there's millions and millions and millions of different options in this world for couples. I mean, everything from bisexuality to those who are transgender, those who are gay. The number of different types of sensuality and sexuality is off the chart. So I did all this research, and then about 6 months later, the same couple came back to me and they said, you know what, David, we've talked to all these different types of counselors and no one knows anything about it. And we're wondering, did you get a chance to do research? And I said, yes. So we sat down and we talked. And, for those of you who have read 50 Shades of Grey or watched the movies, you know that the number one thing in these type of relationships is called a power exchange. And some people call it the TPE, total power exchange, where one person, and more often than not, it happens intimately in the bedroom, but some people take it out into the real world as well. That's a choice, an individual choice. But with the power exchange, it's a consensual agreement. It's two people that understand one was born with a submissive nature and the other was born with a dominant nature. It's not just the stuff that you probably have heard about, the pain and the whips and chains and the torture racks and all those things that some people take it to the extreme. But the basic concept of a dominant submissive relationship is that there is a total power exchange, and the submissive understands his or her role, because yes, there are many, many men that are submissive in nature, and the dominant understands their role. But I was really disappointed when the 50 Shades of Grey came out, because as the title says, it's really all about 50 Shades of chaos and drama. Those books and the movies do not depict the healthiness that these type of relationships can have. When you have someone that is unsure that they're submissive or unsure that they're dominant, as you see in the books, 50 Shades of Grey, well, you're going to have nothing but chaos and drama. The person's going to push back, so the girl pushes back and she agrees at certain times or certain hours or certain minutes, and then the next hour, minute, or day, she pushes back. The professional term is called topping from the bottom. So the dominant is called the top and the submissive is called the bottom. So when the submissive, or regularly called the bottom, is pushing back and disagreeing and being a pain in the butt, basically, because she's unsure or he's unsure, or they thought they were into this, or they thought they might like it, but they're not willing to give up total power control, then we have chaos and drama. Now, I've read excerpts of all the books, 50 Shades of Grey, and I'll tell you, that's not normal. That's not healthy. I mean, oh my God, those relationships in the books and the movies are so unhealthy. I mean this sincerely. And I hope if you're going to go see the new one, you really take it all with a grain of salt, man. This is not the way it is. If you're used to relationships that are filled with chaos and drama, then you love the books and you love the movie. Now, that might put you on the hot seat as you're watching me right now, and it's okay to be on the hot seat because, that stuff isn't normal. It shouldn't be normal in a dominant, submissive relationship. It shouldn't be normal in a quote-unquote regular heterosexual relationship where people are changing their minds and pushing back and arguing, and oh my God, it's insanity. I would say that if you aren't or haven't paid attention to those books and movies, honestly, and I don't really come down on a lot of things in my work. I'm really about uplifting, and I'm going to have an uplifting message here in a second. I would just say stay away, or if you're going to read them and watch them with a grain of salt, read them with a grain of salt, because it's nuts. It's insanity. It's not healthy. What you're seeing there is not a depiction of healthy relationships. Now, here's the good news. If you want to try to explore, if you feel you're incredibly submissive in nature sensually, or you feel you're incredibly dominant in nature sensually, do research. Before you walk into it and think that you know what you're doing, go do research. Talk to people like me. There's millions of counselors in the world that do the same work that I do, but don't go into it blindly and just guessing that this is what we do next. There's online courses, there's millions of books that explain the healthy side of alternative type of relationships. And I want you to think in that direction, okay? There's no right or wrong as long as two people are consensual. And let me repeat that. There's no right or wrong as long as two people are consensual. And as long as there's safe words, and as long as people respect each other, oh my God, they're honest with each other, that's all we want in love, right? So, hey, if I can help you at all, go to the website, or send me a private message here on Facebook, okay? Let's have healthy communication-based relationships. Don't do something that doesn't feel right to you. Don't try to play a role if it's not you, okay? Sending you all kinds of love. Have a beautiful day. Bye now.